All right, guys. So we're moving on to chapter 9 now. So chapter 11's done. We're not going to take a chapter 11 test. So basically, from here on out, any assessment we take, meaning test or quiz, is just going to go in the quiz category, which is 30% of your grade, and homework is going to be 20% of your grade. So that's kind of how that's going to be calculated. So it's not um, weighted unequally since we're kind of in this online learning, this crazy time. So we're moving back to, and we kind of go out of order and everything like that. So we're moving to transformations. This is going to be chapter 9, and this is going to be section 1. So 9.1 here. All right, so this is where like the notes are on Canvas. If you want to follow along, split your screen. You do not by any means have to print them off. That is just there so you guys can follow along and see my screen. The key is also there because I might have you do some problems on your own. That way you can check the key. And then if you don't understand why you got it wrong, anything like that, please join a Zoom session. So transformation, basically anytime we're talking about a transformation, we're saying we have one figure, all right, for us it's going to be on a coordinate plane. Okay, so we have like a triangle on a coordinate plane, and it's going to be moved in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so that could be reflected, rotated, translated, dilated, and you'll understand like what all those terms mean here in a second. But basically, just transformation, it just basically means a figure is getting moved. Okay, that's all it is. It's getting moved on the coordinate plane in some way, shape, or form. Okay. So an operation in this word maps, all right, you kind of see that a lot in math, maps on an original figure. Um, that that just means we're moving the figure in some way, shape, or form. Like I said, don't overthink this. Now, we have some vocab here. So, an operation that maps an original figure. So, the one we're starting with, okay, is called the pre-image. So, that's called the pre-image. Just some vocab. So, that's the OG. That's the original figure. So, they're going to tell you, hey, this triangle on the coordinate plane gets moved in some way, shape, or form. Now, where it gets moved to, that figure that's created is called the image. All right. That's called the image. And the way I think about this is I think of like a camera. If you take a picture of something, you have an image. If you take a picture on your phone, you have an image of it. That's not the original figure. That's a picture of the original figure. That's what we call an image. So pre-image is the original figure. Image is the new figure that got moved. Remember, maps just means moved. Pre-image is the original figure. Image is the figure that got moved. So a transformation can change the size, making it bigger, smaller, can change the position. So where it's located, all right, so it can change where it's located on the coordinate plane. Maybe it's in the lower left-hand quadrant, and now it's in the upper right-hand quadrant. Or it can change the orientation. Guys, we've talked about orientation before. It just basically means rotating the figure, okay? All right, rotating the figure in some way, okay? So this stuff right here is definitely important. Pre-image, image, that's the vocab that you guys need to know, okay? That it can change the size, position, orientation, not as much, but this stuff right here, before we move on, take some time, make sure you understand that the original is the pre-image, the new figure is the image, okay? All right, so the first transformation that we're going to talk about is a reflection, okay? Anytime we think of a reflection, I think of a mirror, okay? I think of a mirror because basically it's the mirror image. So you can see here, the mirror would be like this part, this line in the middle, and this triangle ABC is looking in the mirror at triangle. And these little funky things that are basically like little like apostrophes, that's just, we denote it as prime. It's a way to say it relates to this figure triangle ABC in some way, and it got moved in some way, so that's why we're renaming it, okay? So we'll start with reflection. It looks like this video is going to end, so we'll start with reflection here in the next video.